So as long as I'm right down here, I'm good.
Yeah, you should be good. And I should be seeing over here.
You know, I'm able to pull this up on my phone too. I found out the other day. I just got this thing last week.
Yeah, sure. The easiest way to get to it, instead of doing a search like I just did, is go to LA2M and watch it live.
You're so self-important that you can't miss a phone call or something.
My only worry is something away from it.
Yeah, if everybody brought a laptop, I might have problems. I've been lobbying for them to get a webcam.
There's got a jack grip or something.
Yeah, it must be there. Okay, so I've seen it.
I'm going to do a test switch to the live. Any idea what the delay is?
You'll see it. No, it's from that it's a little bit more because they do more processing. It's about 10 seconds. Okay, can we hear something up here? Yeah, that's a good thing to read. I think I got up here Okay, you got the recording?
Oh.
No? There you go. Hey everybody, welcome. Welcome to Lunch in Arbor Marketing. Thanks for making that out during this snowstorm. And you need a chair. We have one seat up here up front row. Okay, great. So my name is Derek Marabon, CEO of Ingenix Digital Marketing. We have a big crowd today. This is wonderful. I think everyone's interested in blogging, right? Yeah, or else Chris just brought all his family here. There's grandma, mom. Yeah. No, so everyone's interested in blogging. Great. Good crowd today. Thanks for coming. This is Lunch and Arbor Marketing. We do meet every week, every Wednesday, except during blizzards and on occasional holidays we will not meet. So, is there anyone here for your first time? A bunch of first timers? Great. Great. Yeah, thanks for coming out. How did you hear about it? Spark?
Well, his fault.
Our friends at Spark. Okay, Ian's fault. Okay, great. Good. Well, just so you know, I encourage you to check out our website, LA2M.org. All right, all of our past talks are archived there. All right, so you can go there and watch past videos. We also have a LinkedIn group and a Facebook page, so please find us on LinkedIn and Facebook. Follow us there. You can also follow us on Twitter, LA2M, okay, Lunch and Arbor Marketing. So, just to give you an idea for all you newcomers, the format of this meeting, the speaker talks for approximately 30 minutes. We do have some time for Q&A, and then at the end we like to pass the microphone, and everyone can say just basically who you are and what your company is, and then pass to a friend. We go around the whole room in about 15-20 minutes, like Carter. So that's good. You know, thanks to Vince. Vince Shimolevsky records these for podcasts, so you can listen to them. Roger Ray records them for video. There's a bunch of people that helped out. Wayne Aker in the back helped design the website. Ross Johnson helped on the website. Ingenix helped on the website. So this is a real volunteer organization. We're all volunteers here. We are applying for nonprofit status. We haven't been granted that yet, but we're operating as a nonprofit. And Stacy, our treasurer, is actually home with a sick kid. Dee is out today with the meeting, so Megan's going to be filling in as treasurer. I don't think we have a basket, but we're very grassroots. We passed the hat here. So it's free to come. It's $10 if you want to eat, as you've hopefully realized. That includes your drink, your meal, and your tip. If you want to chip in when we pass the hat, we suggest $3, but it's totally optional. You don't have to, okay? And great. So without further ado, our speaker today is Chris Rizzo. He's been hanging out at LA2M for a while, so he's one of the cool cats. He's a regular. And he works at Online Technologies, which is a great hosting company in town. Online Tech actually has sponsored our newsletter this past month. So for $100, they got their ad in 4 newsletters. Okay, just something to think about if you want to promote your business. I suggest maybe doing that. It's a good way to support the organization, cover our newsletter costs. It's only $100. So thanks to the Online Techers, and let's give Chris Rizzo a big round of applause.
Thanks, Derek. Can everybody hear me?
We'll turn it off.
Like Derek said, my name is Chris Rizzo, and today we're going to be talking about blogging. I actually started a blog about... Everybody hear me now?
Might be too.
How about now? Yeah. All right. So a little background about me. I'm a recent graduate of the University of Michigan. I got my BA in Economics and Organizational Studies, which really has nothing to do with blogging. But I do have a passion for music and writing, and that's really how I got into it as a hobby. And it kind of really started out as an experiment. I was interested in making a website and seeing if I could actually get people to come to it, which is a lot harder than you might think. So the question was, can I get people to visit? And the control was using only online marketing. I used no word of mouth. I didn't tell anybody about it. It was solely online marketing. So kind of basically learned as I went. And the end result, I guess, in 2009, had 275,000 visitors, which is quite a lot, which is about 800, 900 a day. So how did I do it? That's basically what I'm going to be talking about today. Might have been a little bit of luck, but we'll see. So what is a blog? A blog is basically a website where it's being updated on a regular interval, and the most updated content is displayed on top. This is the definition from Wikipedia. It's kind of boring. But here's my definition of a successful blog, and that's a website with a specific purpose, focused on a specific topic, and that's providing either clear and helpful information, entertainment, or a combination of both. And this is kind of based on any form of media. You turn on the television, you're looking for entertainment. You're not looking for the commercials. So it's there to be used in that way. And then it's also updated on a regular interval. And anybody who's been to my blogs noticed that I do not do that at all, but I should. So this is, in college, 2x2 matrices were really big. But this is my little 2x2 matrix. You want to be in the blue, either very informative, entertaining, informative or entertaining. Try to avoid being confusing and or boring. So here are some content traps. I kind of divided into, like, most people are either blogging for their own personal benefit or they're blogging for business. And some of the traps that people fall into for personal blogs is they use it as a journal, which can be fine, as long as you're talking about a topic and not yourself, because most people aren't famous, they don't know who you are, they don't really, most people aren't going to care what you're up to, so it can be rather uninteresting. And then the trap that business blogs fall into is that they use it to broadcast their message. It's basically commercial post after commercial post, and there's no really value added, or basically the only people that are interested in it are people that know your company. And so for the first lesson in blogging is to avoid the confusing and boring. This can be kind of hard, but this is how I started. I just was talking about my favorite music. I had zero focus, no one knew me. It became, who cares, this is boring. So that was my problem. So how I solved that was focus more on a topic, which I didn't want to get too specific and say, I'm only going to talk about one band or one song, and I don't want to be too broad and just talking about music in general. So I focused in on 90s music. That's what I grew up listening to. And my goal was just to teach everyone about all the great songs that I knew about. So why was this a good solution? Basically, I had a passion for 90s music. I loved talking about it. I knew a lot about it, and it was in that spectrum of topics where it's kind of in the middle. You don't want to be, no one's going to go to your blog to learn about music when there's Yahoo Music and Rhapsody and all that kind of stuff. So finding your niche in the blogging world is pretty important. So how to avoid the confusing and boring? Clearly define your subject matter. This can be kind of tough if you're a business and you got to balance between talking about your products, and you could have 3 or 4 products. So you really want to key in on one subject and make your blog about that. And then your main mission should be either to inform through tutorials or guides, or entertain through stories, videos, that kind of stuff, or both. You can have secondary goals, which could be, increasing brand awareness and getting more knowledge about your products out there, but your main focus should be on informing or entertaining. Some examples of blogs that do a great job of this. This is just a few, but Mashable, who's got over 2 million fans, they update all the time. These are kind of big blogs. but they do a really good job of focusing in on a specific topic, and they give people what they want. So when I first started, I would write a paragraph about this random song that I listened to the other day, or an album that hasn't been played in 10 years, and I really liked it. So my problem was I had zero plan. So my solution to this problem was to establish some regular scheduled content. So every Monday I'd make a new playlist, or every Tuesday or Thursday I'd make a new list on the top 5 songs from a specific year or a specific genre, and really lay that out so people know what to expect when they come to your blog, and a reason for them to come back. And then I started working on what are called pillar posts, and these are posts that are always relevant. Go to the next slide. No matter 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line, a couple months down the line, these are going to be relevant to anybody visiting your website. So they're called pillar posts because they're the foundation of your blog. These are just articles that are either really helpful, like I put an example of Copy Blogger, which is a great blog for anybody interested in writing better. So they have, the 10 secrets to more magnetic copy. That's a pillar post. It's going to be relevant no matter what time. Whereas news type items, commentary, that's going to be more like always updated and always new and fresh. A reason for people to come back. So steps to give people what they want. You want to identify what your audience prefers. Do they like lists? Do they like countdowns? Do they want short news pieces? Are they more interested in in-depth news coverage? Do they want guides, tutorials, how-tos? You really want to nail down what people are interested in seeing in your blog. And then try to do a mix of both the pillar type posts and posts that are going to get people to come back to your blog again and again. And then you want to highlight your best content in a place that visitors can see. And as I'll point out later, my top landing page was one of my posts. It's not my home page. So if somebody lands on one of my posts, they need to know right away what the blog's about, and then have some place to go. Much like a home page, you want to highlight your best content in places that are accessible. So how do you figure out what your audience wants? One way is to ask. You can do that on your blog through a poll or through a form asking people. You want to use your visitor data through Google Analytics. You can look at which content is getting the most page views, where they're going from there. You can see through the comments on your own website what people like, what they don't. And then always keep testing out new placements of things on the pages and new content. So lesson number 3 is Google is your friend. Google is my blog's best friend. I can pretty definitively say that. 190,000 of my 275,000 visits came from Google. So that's a pretty big amount, pretty big percentage. So when I started, I knew nothing about how Google ranked pages. I just wrote what I wanted to write and didn't think about how Google was interpreting my content. And as I learned more and more about SEO and digital marketing, I found out that maybe I should start thinking about that. So what is SEO? In a nutshell, it's providing a search engine the information about a web page so that it can reference it in their rankings accurately and appropriately. And accurately meaning if I search a specific term, it's going to come up with a post that's about that term, and appropriately wording the most authoritative posts are going to show up higher than others. So I mentioned that HTML, I didn't know much about it, but why is it important for SEO? Google doesn't actually read your pages, doesn't view your pages. They only look at the HTML code. So putting keywords in the right places helps a lot in helping you tell Google what your page is about. So what is the single most important place to put a keyword? That would be the title of the page. And as you can see from the screenshot, this is Mashable's site, but every title is displayed on the top of your browser. If you go into the actual HTML code, it's title, it's in between the two title tags. But because of this, you want to make sure that each post has that title as the title of the web page. I know that kind of is confusing, but a lot of, maybe not now, but when I started, a lot of the blogging platforms, they wouldn't have the title of the post as the HTML title of the page, which if your website was called Rizzo Music, that would be the title of the HTML title. And then if you dug into a post, if your blog isn't set up to have the HTML title for the post, it's still going to say Rizzo Music at the top, and Google is going to think that it's not going to know what that particular page is about. So that's important. Also, you want to write descriptive titles. I would suggest about 10 words per title. You want to have, most of the time you're going to be coming up in long phrases for searches, because the shorter phrases are a lot more competitive. So if you have a very descriptive title, people searching for those specific terms, you're going to show up a lot more. And also know to do your keyword research. Matt Cutts, who works at Google, he did a great example of this. He showed a thumb drive and said, what is this? And it could be a jump drive, a flash drive, a USB drive. There's many ways to describe this item. So you want to make sure that you know all those terms and are hitting them in your posts. So other places to put keywords, this is more for the advanced user, but the domain, after the slash, that will be the directory. You want your keywords in there. Heading tags, alt tags on images is also a good place to put them. In the post itself, you don't really need to mention it like, I wouldn't put 90s music, 90s music, 90s music. If you mention it once or twice throughout the post, Google's going to pick up on that. And also anchor text, that's a big one for off-site optimization, which I'll talk about as well. So this is one example of a page where SEO helped me out a lot. The title on this page is Popular Pop Music of the 90s, the hits that you'll never forget. I was actually optimizing this particular post for pop music, but it ended up being listed in a normal 90s music search, which is searched quite often. So this is an example, almost half of my traffic came from this individual post, which is just to re-emphasize the fact that your home page is probably not going to be your landing page for a lot of visitors, so you want to make sure you're highlighting content either in the sidebar, in the nav bar, or under the post, so people know what to do once they're done reading. And then besides on-site optimization, link building is key. This goes into the appropriate part of SEO. whereas the on-site was more accurate. Google wants to rank things higher that have more authority, and the way they do that is through seeing how many links are going to that particular page. So one link from a highly trusted site like CNN.com is going to be equal to thousands of links from like 3 directories or smaller blogs, much like the blog that you might have. So the way link building for me kind of worked is you start building up some traffic, you get some traction, people are more aware of your content, they send links into your page, and then you get ranked even higher, and that equals more traffic. So the ways to get links, I listed a couple up here, but guest blogging is a great idea. People are always, I would love to have somebody guest blog on mine, that way it's less work for me. I get to give them a link back to their site, everyone's happy. Exchanging links, this is frowned upon a little bit in Google, but as long as these links are in the same topic, same blogging topic, it's perfectly fine. And then promoting content, you can do this through LinkedIn, forums, social media. Getting people aware of your site is always a good thing. Give testimonials. This is one that it's not abundantly obvious, but if you give a testimonial to a company, they're going to put that quote up there and link back to you just as a favor. So. And then this next one, content licensing, is becoming bigger and bigger in the SEO world, and that's if you have a bunch of content, whether it be images, data, your news source, somebody wants to use that, as long as you license it properly and say, link back to me if you want to repost this or use it, that's a good way to build links. And then speaking at an LA2M event is also good as well. Got a few links from that. So if you're interested in SEO, I put up a couple of links. These slides will be posted on the LA2M website pretty soon, so you guys can check those out. Which brings us to lesson number 4. Social media is a puzzle, but it's solvable. How I started was, I don't have any money, so I'm going to use every social media site, to try to promote my blog. And the problem is that you're using it for the wrong reasons. You want to focus in on a couple of social media sites and get the most out of it, because it's a lot of work. If you're trying to develop relationships on these social media sites, it takes just as much work as it does to write a blog post. So you really want to focus in on social media sites that are relevant to you. I put a couple examples up on here. If you have a cool brand or a blog, Facebook fan page is great because people use it as a badge of honor. I love Taco Bell. I want to tell people that I love Taco Bell, so that's always a good way. If you're a social company, person, blog, Twitter is great because it's all about having a conversation. If you have likable or usable content, Stumble Upon or Dig is a great way to get that content out there. And if it's good content, people will promote it as well. And then anything video, obviously, if you're doing entertainment kind of stuff or tutorials, YouTube is great. But you just want to find out which one is best for your blog. What I was successful with was Stumble Upon, which is one of the lesser known social media sites. Not so successful with Twitter or Facebook because it does take a lot of time to develop those sites. So what is Stumble Upon? Stumble Upon is actually an application. It's a toolbar that you can put on your web browser, and when you hit the Stumble button, based on your preferences, it's going to show you a random page, and you can either thumb up it or thumb down it, and then based on all the data it gathers from that, it will show you more and more relevant content because it knows what you like, and the more thumbs up you get, the more heavily rotated it is in their display. So if you have some good content that you think people would find useful, people would like it, this is a great social media tool. So I got about 50,000 of the 275,000 hits from StumbleUpon. It was actually kind of funny how it happened. I was interested in advertising with StumbleUpon, which I believe you can pay like 5 cents per page view. And so I submitted a couple sites and didn't actually put any money into it, but I think one of the editors liked it, so they stumbled it, and then it just got pulled into the rotation, and it built and built and built, and it ended up being a great source of traffic. But you can use, the great thing about StumbleUpon advertising is that you can pay, for 100 visitors to come to your site, and then if you get maybe 5 or 10 people to like it, it's going to be pulled into their rotation more and more, where you're not paying for those extra visits. You only pay for the initial ones to get started, which is great. So that brings me to my final lesson, which is to keep at it, enjoy the ride, because I've been at it for 3 years, and I don't think I had any success in the first year. I don't think I had more than 100 visits a day within the first year. So it's not something that you can be successful at it overnight. It takes a lot of work. But just enjoy it, write what you're passionate about, and try to make it interesting. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Chris. We do have a few minutes for questions. While we're doing the questions, I am going to pass the hat. This is a hat. Don't wear it. But if you want to put money in it, you can just pass it all around. And who has a question for Chris? All right. Thank you.
Chris, question: are you generating revenue with your blog, and if so, how much revenue are you generating?
That's a good question. Actually, I do have a few ads up on the site. So my main source of revenue is getting visitors to visit the site. The ads that I have on my site are determined by impression, which is a page view. So for every 1,000 page views, I get between $1 and $4. So in the height of when I was actually blogging, I haven't blogged in about 6 months, but I was getting maybe $200 a month, which is not bad, but there's tons of ways you can monetize your site besides ads, but that's just the route that I chose.
Chris, the StumbleUpon visitors, they seem to be like people that are eager to jump on and jump off. Did you find that their behavior once they were on your site was useful? Did they do anything? Did they stick around long enough to make an impact?
That's also a very good question. What I found is the bounce rate, yeah, it's going to be maybe 10 to 20% higher, which means that they're hitting the site and leaving. But for me, it was well worth the investment, which ended up being nothing on my part, but it really depends on how engaging that first 2 seconds is of that page, whether they're going to stay or not.
That's great. You don't always have to ask a question. If anybody wants to share anything interesting about their blog and how they build traffic, I think Chris gave us some really good examples and some useful tips, but I know there's some other experts in this room. Anybody else want to share some experience? Over here?
Question. I've read in a book and some other places that submitting your own content to stumble upon or digs, it's sometimes frowned upon. Is that something you've experienced, or do other people usually share it or post it first?
Actually, in my case, 3 of my pillar posts got into rotation. I don't believe I was the first one to submit it. Maybe I'm one of them. But yeah, you're going to need people outside of your friend realm on StumbleUpon to like it in order for it to get into more of a rotation. So you just submitting it is probably not going to get you much traffic.
Any more questions? Oh, here we go. I was hoping Ross would raise his hand. Ross Johnson, folks.
Did you ever track subscribers? And if so, was it like a steady growth, or was there kind of a point where it really took off?
That's also a good question. I use FeedBurner like a lot of people. You know, it actually was really hard for me to gain any sort of momentum in that space just because I was mostly on and off blogging, which you can't really, nobody's going to want to subscribe to your blog if you have maybe 4 posts 1 month, and then for 3 months you have 0, and then, you know, 10 the next month. It was really hard to pick up momentum, so I didn't really have much success with that.
Yeah, Chris, speaking of subscribers, do you encourage people to sign up for email, or do you just rely on RSS, or how do you approach that?
When I first started off, I had the email subscribe link in the top right-hand corner. I wanted that to be, you know, the main action item for my blog, and I actually didn't have much success with that, so I moved to more like having the feed icon more distributed out throughout the site. Like I said before, I haven't had much success with actual subscribers.
What do you do to get your content?
Well, with 90s music, it's mostly, you know, I'll be listening to a song and I'll say, you know, that would be a great place to, you know, list, you know, the top 10 songs, top 10 rock songs of, you know, 1998 or whatever. So it's nice to have a schedule where you have a certain type of article every, you know, week or so, so that you're maintaining that on a consistent basis. But you know, most of the time it was whatever, you know, popped into my mind.
Hey, so I'm wondering how many people in this room have a blog already? Okay, that's pretty good percentage. We got a question right here.
Yeah, Chris, did you or have you tracked where the people come from before they visit your blog?
Yes. I use Google Analytics, so it'll tell you the referring site of all the visitors that are coming to your site, and most of it, the referrer will be Google. You can break it down by keywords. I've had top page rankings for keywords like 90s music, 90s rap, 90s rock, you know, hitting all those different keywords was helpful for me in getting traffic.
So you were able to identify the site that they left to visit your site?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And has that figured into how you promote your blog from a marketing perspective?
A little bit. I mean, it helps me see what's working and what's not. So if I, you know, do a tweet about one of my posts and I see no visitors coming in from that, I can instantly say, you know, this is not working. Maybe I need to do something else.
Here's a question back here.
I have a question about protecting what you put so that you continue to become the source. Because one of the things I've noticed about content that I put up on a very arcane subject about eating legumes on Passover or rice and beans on Passover is for about 5-6 years, my site was the most cited for information on that. And then people began taking my information, just taking it right off my page and putting it onto their pages with no link back to me. People no longer refer to me anymore. They go to these other places which have taken my information in whole. And so I was just wondering whether or not other people have experience about how to protect their content.
Unfortunately, in that situation, usually there's not a lot you can do. You can contact the individual site, and tell them that this is copyrighted material. But most of the time, there's not much you can do. I mean, you can legally prosecute them, but it takes a lot of time as well.
All right. So last question here, right here.
Hi Chris, have you ever used Facebook ads to direct traffic to your blog? And if not, what are your thoughts about it regardless?
Did you say Facebook ads?
Yeah.
Facebook ads.
Ads, okay. Yeah, I actually thought about using that, and I haven't actually experienced using Facebook ads before, but I am fairly familiar with their interface, and you can do a lot of really in-depth targeting on, just display only this ad on a place that has 90s music listed as their interest, which, is about as good as you can get for targeted marketing.
So what's next for Rizzo Music?
That's a good question. Hopefully I can find some writers to start writing for it, because that would be a lot easier for me.
Okay, any music buffs in the room? Come talk to Chris afterwards. All you people raise your hand about your blogs. I submitted something on the LinkedIn group for LA2M to add your blog to the list there. That'll be a really nice list that can build, and people can check out each other's blogs and talk to each other in there. So let's give Chris another big round of applause. Great talk. Thank you very much. So now we're going to go around the room and briefly introduce yourself. I say briefly because there's a lot of people in here. Also, you can pay the men and women in black. They take 10s, 20s, credit cards. And we're going to start over here with Ross Johnson. Here we go.
So Derek already introduced me. Ross Johnson, 3.7 Designs. We do web design, including blogs and that sort of thing.
I'm Lindsay Babel, and I have a small web design and development company, and I have recently moved in Derek Ross into the Brickyard, making the foray to the web world.
Hi, I'm Gerard Coners. I'm a freelance web designer, a developer. I work with other small companies. I just designed inforummichigan.org for Derek at Ingenix. Come talk to me if you're interested in anything web-related, Flash, anything like that, blogs. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Eric Rodriguez, account manager with Ingenix Digital Marketing. I work with Derek, and we do website builds, SEO, analytics, social media marketing, and much more.
Hi, Jane Delancey, Delancey Design, and yes, we are also web development. We specialize in creating sites that have a unique look, don't look like everyone else, along with full functionality.
Connie Crump, writer and airhead. If anyone finds keys here,
Mike Klein, Online Tech, managed data center company.
I'll think the mic's working.
Brenda Bentley, I've written my book, Riverwalk Ann Arbor, Get Away from Your Computer, Go for a Walk. It's for sale right around the corner at Downtown Home and Garden. Winter walking is really wonderful. You can see the moraines.
Hi, I'm Roy Schmidt. I'm an independent software developer, IT consultant, and writer. I'm out in Chelsea. I'll pass this over.
So we get this working here. Okay, ready? I'm Roger Rail. I help here at Lunch at Arbor Marketing with the video, but today Alex Fisher is taking over for me, and he'll be here next week. And I also want to give a shout out for everybody to go and check out Ignite Ann Arbor next Thursday at the Blah Auditorium. And Alex will be doing the video for that too.
Well, hi, I'm testing. Nope. I'm Alex Fisher. I'm a web developer. I run a company, Commercial Progression. We specialize in the Drupal open source content management system, but I've got a background in streaming video and engineering. So let me know if you need help.
Does it work?
It does.
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Stephanie Callip. I'm a freelance market research analyst for Nielsen Online, and also I'm an online marketing consultant for a startup called Modal Lingo.
Test. Hey, you know what? You can pass this. Just be careful with it because it's very expensive.
I'm Doug Wood. I'm creative director at Woodman Design. We do everything from advertising to marketing and all the little pictures and cool things that go with it.
Hi, I'm Joe DeLuca. I'm a brand builder through marketing and communications. I'm in transition, so anyone out there needs some help, I've got cards.
Hi, Susan Link. I'm a retailer, and my expertise is in analysis and allocations.
Hi, I'm Ben Shabak. I'm a current grad student here at U of M, and so I'm just here to learn.
Hi, I'm Tim Sefton. I'm with Volo Designs. We help companies that are frustrated with their AdWords campaigns.
My name is Rich Baum. I have a company called Centric Living, and I have a network of real estate websites throughout the Detroit area. They're local, so I have a Birmingham website, an Ann Arbor website, all over town I have websites. And that's what I do.
Hi, I'm Kirk Beadle. I'm with the Entrepreneur Source. We do business coaching, so we help you increase the profits of your business and give you time back in your day.
Hi, I'm Katie Marty with Online Tech.
Hi everyone. My name is my name is Eric Weber. I'm still in between jobs since September. However, I'm also a graduate student, and I am the Eastern Michigan University student chapter of the Drug Information Association, first president or chairperson. So, and we're also the only one in the country. So we're automatically the best organization in the country.
Good afternoon, I'm Mike Nato. I'm with Affordable Computers here in town. We save you money on your corporate grade technology equipment, including laptops, desktops, printers, and copiers.
I'm Leda, also with Affordable Computers.
Hi, Mike Freed. I volunteer around town. I manage two websites. One is michiganisrael.com, and the other is mikefreedforcommissioner.org. I'm running for county commissioner.
Good afternoon, my name is Jonathan Tausig. I'm with the Americans Business Benefit Association. We're a not-for-profit, and we help individuals, families, and small businesses save money on some 60 different services, as well as give you value for your dollar. The number one thing we work with is health insurance, but it's not the only thing we do. So if you're looking to save money and stretch your buck, see me after. Thanks.
Hi everybody, I'm Rob Pasick. I'm a psychologist and executive coach, and I am offering a new session of Strategic Leadership Forum, which brings together entrepreneurs into a learning environment. So if you're interested in participating, let me know.
Hi,
I'm Patricia Radice. I am a corporate communications and public relations consultant. I also do writing and editing, which is indeed part of everything for corporate communications and public relations. I work with companies on the global, regional, and national level.
Hi, I'm Tim Police. I write the blog The Police Reports. The spelling of my last name is different than the word police. It's P-U-L-I-C-E. That blog is all about Michigan, anything state of Michigan. I also cover U of M for Examiner.com, and I founded the social network Michigan Creatives last year, which I encourage you all to check out. Just do a Google search for Michigan Creatives, and it's free to join.
I'm Benji Ben Baruch. I turn information into data and help develop analytic environments. I've done a lot of work on customer metrics, loyalty metrics, affection, retention, and I'm looking for my next opportunity. I've also been a blogger from a time when blogs were known as personal websites. Specializing in the arcane subject on that website of eating rice and beans on Passover.
I'm Tarun Gahani, MSNL Worldwide Digital and Social Media. It's mslworldwide.com.
Hi, I'm Kathy Szynski with RJ Conlon Marketing and Design, a full-service integrated marketing and communications firm located on Boardwalk near the airport. Thanks.
I'm Casey Stanton, and I'm a search engine marketing, social media kind of guy. If you guys are looking to put your ads out on the content network on Google, or if you're looking to control maybe something like AdBright or the other ad networks, come talk to me. And if you can help me get a Camtasia video on my blog, I'll kiss it, okay?
Hi, Gary Maxey, working with startups and organizations in raising money.
Hi, I'm Susan Hunsberger with Strategize Organize, LLC. I'm a professional organizer. I work with people's paper, things, and space.
Hi, I'm Tina Watson. I'm a technical manager at Root Learning. We do strategy consulting and e-learning solutions for Fortune 500 and Global 1000 companies. I am hiring a programmer. We also occasionally bring in freelance writers and freelance project managers.
Hi, Kathy Griswold. I blog as a hobby. I have a couple of blogs. One is seakids.org for pedestrian and bicycle safety, and the other one is for educational reform.
Good afternoon. My name is Rick Pernitis. I'm a professional business-to-business sales trainer and leader. My focus and specialty is taking existing sales teams and taking to world-class performance. I also create and establish a whole new sales team based on a national or international program. My background is both domestic, cross-border, import-export activities, and I'm in transition right now.
Good afternoon. I'm Jerry Bricker, Advice Consulting LLC. I help people and companies to grow and thrive. So you got your business started, you got your first client or two, now what do? Well, what you really need to do is to build customer loyalty. That will help your profits grow faster. I'll be doing a free seminar at the Novi Chamber of Commerce lunch. It's at the Doubletree Hotel in Novi. That's next Wednesday, March the 3rd, starting at 10 a.m. Again, it's 90 minutes long, so...
That direct competes against LA2M. So
no. It only goes to 11:30. They'll be here by the time lunch starts.
That's lame. Don't do that.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
I'm James Kohler. I'm just building my website, looking to put traffic towards it. I do Arbor computer tech.
Hi there, my name is Lila Gislason, and I'm with Lindsay Exhibit Group. We build, design, and manage trade show exhibits, and we also help companies market them better.
Hi, I'm Andrea Mann. I'm a student graduating from the University of Michigan in May, and I just joined the Lindsay Exhibits group for their marketing objectives.
I am Steve Califf, and I provide CFO consulting services, so interim, part-time CFO, fundraising,
financial projections, focusing on early stage companies. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Megan Crosby with the Ann Arbor Chamber. We help businesses gain more exposure and save money.
Hi, I'm Anne Marie Gaspy. I'm looking for new opportunities. I did email marketing and help with trade shows at CoFest. And I also did marketing at Eli Lilly, and I was part of Pfizer.
Hey, I'm Sonny. I'm from Shea Magazine on campus. We have both a print magazine and an online blog.
I'm Gina. I'm also with Shea Magazine. I'm a marketing director, and if you want to check out what we write about, we update daily. It's sheamagazine.com, SHEI Shea.
Good afternoon, I'm Yael Dolev. I'm a food coach at Dolev LLC Food Coach. I run a program called Enjoy Eating and Never Diet Again, program for individuals, families, the units that eat, or for workplaces.
Hello, my name is Paul Joss, and boy, what a gathering here, eh? It's like the Ann Arbor Brain Trust. I run a company called Getting Enterprises out of Plymouth, Michigan. We work with small, mid-sized companies, help them to identify their ideal target markets, and then access them through targeted messaging. And it's my first time here, and thanks.
Hi, my name is Beth Stoner. I have a company called Delta Possibilities. We do leadership communication consulting, and I'm teaching a series of workshops on organizational storytelling this spring. So if you're interested in more information, let me know.
Hi, my name is Adrian Forbes. I'm a software engineer at MS2. I also, on the side, help people with technology, lab and blogs, SEO, marketing. And I just started my blog in the last few weeks, adrianforbes.com. And I might be able to help you with Camtasia. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Lev Wood, and I asked Chris about signing up and using email to sign up for your blog. If you're interested, I represent a Weber Communications. It's only a $200 a year program that's an autoresponder. I'd be interested in talking to you if you're interested in doing that. But from my perspective, my own little blog, it's been great to get subscribers via email because, frankly, people don't understand RSS. So I'd be happy to talk to you.
I'm Mark Olivier. I do affiliate marketing, and I'm here with my lovely wife, Karen, today.
Well, she can speak first, though.
She's shy.
I am Carter Sherwin from Print Studios, and I do commercial, editorial, and portrait photography, which is just about all kinds of photography, except for wax.
Well, Dee Davey is usually here by now, but she's at a business meeting. Sorry about cutting you off about your program. That was rude. I apologize for that. And, oh, here's Megan. Very good. Okay, so I'm Derek Marbon. I have a company called Ingenix Digital Marketing. We build websites. We do search engine optimization analytics. And we believe, too, that Google is your friend. I like those slides. And Megan is taking the place of Dee. She's going to announce next week's program.
Yes, so up next week, we have David Healy, Vice President of Content and Brand Development for Icon Creative Technologies. He will be presenting how to brand your business using social media. I know we're all excited.
All right, see you all next week. Thanks for coming.
Click either one of those. You're already off. Stop recording. Stop recording, Chris.